Hello everyone, John12 back here again with another video, and today it's time for another episode of my new segment, as I like to call it, John12's Comic Book Reads. And to make things a little bit more interesting, I decided to do another graphic novel review. I told you guys that basically the way how my segment's going to work is that when it comes to standalone issues to my comic book collections, I'll obviously just randomly pick one and just read it through and just give you my overall thoughts on the whole project, and obviously give you hopefully the initiative to go pick it up or pick up any type of comic book. Just go out to a comic book store, buy shit. Just fucking do it. Why are you even listening to me? Just do it. You don't have to, but you know, it's hopefully intended that you could. But when it comes to my graphic novels, I decided just fuck it, just might as well just do just standalone reviews of the books instead of just doing reads. And seeing as how today is a very special episode of this segment, I'm doing James O'Barr's classic The Crow, and I'm specifically doing the graphic novel special edition version of the book. So of course, if you are watching this video as a sole fan of the movie series, or you've read The Crow in various different type of versions, then of course you don't really know what I'm talking about, so I suggest you go pick out the special edition of The Crow. You of course can get it anywhere. I'm pretty sure you can get it at any type of local bookstore, like a Barnes & Nobles or something. You can also get it online on Amazon and stuff. Like, I think that's where I got my version. I'm pretty sure I got it in Amazon. I don't even remember anymore. That was a long time ago. But then essentially, let's get right down to the review, because there's a lot of fucking points to point out in this book. It's really fucking long, especially the special edition, seeing as how it does include a lot more other stuff that James O'Barr put in, especially for this edition. So of course there's a lot to get to, so I'm gonna just speed right through it, and hopefully you guys will be encouraged to check out the series. I did say I was gonna review this book. I stated that in my reboot film video. I don't even know how to call it. It was just basically me bitching. That's like what the classic point of all my videos. That me bitching. Anyways, if you're a fan of the movie, then you obviously don't know anything about the comic book series, because the comic book series, as I said this in the other video, is that as much as the movie does justice to the series, the comic book series by James O'Barr, there's a lot of It was good for the times, but now when you look at the book series, the comic book series, especially when it's all together like this in the special edition, you can see a lot of things that they didn't really get into specifically. Then again, it does make sense, because, you know, they did have a lot of problems during the production of that whole project. Obviously, I don't have to get into it right here. You can just look online for that. But a lot of the big thing that I really like about this book series is that you don't really get an answer as to why, you know, Eric Draven has come back. Of course, the main character is Eric Draven. He's the main protagonist of the series. He is obviously back from the dead. He's kind of just like a living dead doll, essentially. He's coming back. He's come back to avenge the death of himself and his fiance, and he obviously just goes on a crime tirade against local police, drug gangs, and of course the original gang that took his life and the life of his love. So obviously it's a humongous, great, big story. I personally like the scenes with him and in flashback sequences. It's something that you like in the series. The characters Shelley and Eric have a relationship, right? And here's a good example of this. If you watch The Crow, the movie, and with audio commentary from the director Alex Proyas, he stated that it's kind of hard to figure out that whether or not Shelley is the true love of Eric's life through the film. It's not really something pointed out, and when you rewatch it, you kind of get that feeling. Like, I don't know if anybody else does, but you kind of get it. But in the book series, it's so more prominent, and you get it right off the bat. You don't really need an answer as to how Eric Draven came back to life, like in the film, because his actions are justified through these flashback sequences. They're so well drawn. I mean, I love James O'Barr's artwork. He's such a good artist. I wish he would do way more bigger stuff, but then again, that's my own opinion. He's just an awesome artist, and I just love the sequences between Eric and Shelley in the book series. It's just pretty awesome. It's just most of it's done in like watercolors and stuff, but there's a lot other great just examples of how they truly feel about each other through these flashbacks. I mean, it's so fucking nicely done, and you can really get a good example as to how and why they truly care for each other. In the movie, it's hard to come by because Alex, I think, stated in the commentary that majority of all the flashback sequences with Brandon and the actress was essentially improvised. All of it was on spot, just them winging it, and you can kind of tell because there's not really that much dialogue going on. But overall, both is cool, but it's the relationship between the two characters are definitely more prominent. Another thing I really like is the fact that it's all black and white, and you kind of get a sense of the true artistry of James O'Barr. The artwork and the inking is just amazing. The contrast between the black and white pictures is just great. I love the violence too. He doesn't really shy away from the violence. Eric Draven does a lot of crazy shit in this fucking book. He obviously doesn't care about his own well-being. I mean, like, he cuts himself like almost every panel essentially. Like, he's a cutter. He's in constant pain through the mockery of the people surrounding him, of course, by his flashbacks, and just with the fact that he's still here, is obviously causing him pain. So he's consistently cutting himself, and it's really graphic. I love the fact that like, he doesn't shy away from the horribleness of feeling this way, because a lot of people do feel this way. There's people who are depressed and trapped and stuck in a situation that they don't want to be in, and they do these type of things, and it's good to see a reflection of this in a good series, and this is definitely that. I love also the other characters like Funboy. I think the relationship between Eric and Funboy is definitely way better than the movie series version. In the comic book series, they definitely have more of an established relationship. It's kind of similar to the relationship they have in they kind of got into it in the TV series Stairway to Heaven. But in the comic book series, it's just way better. It's just James O'Barr definitely created a character like Funboy, who definitely feels bad for what he's done, and it definitely has to pay for his sins in a sense, and kills himself, which spoilers obviously, but he definitely does. It's really graphic. Of course, me saying it isn't helping the cause. You guys have to go out and pick it up. But of course, Eric Draven, he's set on this goal to, of course, avenge his death by characters like T-Bird and his gang. And I love T-Bird in the comic book way more in the movie. I mean, I love the character of T-Bird in the movie. Of course, the actor who played him was awesome. He was great. He was perfect. But when you watch the movie, you can tell that he was... I forgot his name. Sorry about that. I completely fucked up here. But he was playing a character. He was doing that. In the comic book series, T-Bird's a ghetto gang leader. He's full on crime. He doesn't give a shit. He's balling. He's fucking crazy. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't fucking care. I mean, he speaks in slang. He's definitely... And I can't tell if he's African American. I can't really tell. But he feels like he is. I'm pretty sure he is in the comic book series. It's probably there. I'm pretty sure that he is. But I love the comic book version of him. He's so evil and dark, and it's just so crazy, like how deeply evil his character is. And Eric Draven throughout this book series is just taking a beating. He's getting shot like crazy. He's getting cut, beat. It's just an amazing adventure. And of course, there is resolution to this story. But of course, as you have already seen the movie or have read the comic already, you already know the resolution. And of course, it ends in a very big, bloody way. But there is some good peace in it. But that's going to be it for my review. Like I said before in my previous review of Batman Year One, I don't give comic book reads ratings like I do with my movie and TV reviews. When it comes to comic books, it's all good reads. They're all good material to just get into. It's all material to just... It's all little worlds that you can just escape through, and it's all fun and games. It's not something that you have to takes completely serious like other bits of media. Like I said, not all comic books and graphic novels are masterpieces, but definitely, like Frank Miller's Batman Year One, James O'Barr's The Crow is definitely a great read. If you're a fan of the series or a fan of the movie series, definitely pick it up. I prefer the special edition because of all the awesome content that James O'Barr put in here. Definitely his readings and his cover arts and all the other inclusions, like the flashback sequences. Definitely great reads. Definitely great pieces of art and writings. So definitely check it out. I'm pretty sure you can get online on Amazon. I'm pretty sure that's where I got my version. But of course, that's been my review of The Crow, the special edition. It's definitely an A+ for any type of comic book read. If you're a fan of stuff like The Walking Dead and 30 Days of Night, and just like really good like indie black and white type of comic books, and you're just into film noir, definitely check this out. This is definitely the best and most graphic gothic love story that you will ever check out, and it's definitely gruesome. It's definitely amazing. The artwork is just great, and it's definitely a love story, even though some of Eric's and the other characters' actions are definitely not justified. You can definitely understand where they're coming from. But definitely check it out. If I had to name some few pieces that I really loved, I definitely love the fight scenes between Eric. I do love his flashbacks. And I also really like this one pinnacle moment, which I personally really love, which is this moment where he just opens up his arms like Jesus and is just getting shot to death. Personally, that's an amazing shot. Hopefully one day we'll see that in the reboot film franchise that they're doing with Luke Evans. But that's been another episode of John Tricker 12's Comic Book Reads. Next time I'm going to be reviewing some more comic book issues. Obviously, completely random, so be back for that. Check that out. But that's been my review, The Crow Special Edition by James O'Barr. Definitely check it out. Buy it on Amazon. Buy it in your local bookstore. I'm pretty sure they have a copy. Check this fucking book out. If you're into indie comics and just crazy graphic violence like The Walking Dead, this is before The Walking Dead. So check it out. If you're into stuff like that, check out this book. It's definitely a must read. And that's been my review. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and definitely check out my other stuff, and definitely leave a comment in the comment section if you had any ifs, don'ts, or God knows what else you think about, because you're crazy, I'm crazy, we're all crazy. Let's get Michael Keaton nuts in this house. Come on, let's do this. Hope you guys enjoyed.